Hey guys, and welcome back to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. Let's have a look at the Atari System 1, which has a few games on it. So this work is done by Alex. GitHub username D18C7DB. I just thought I would read it out. Now, you can't grab this via update tool, and there are some issues with the core, but some games are fully playable. But let's have a look at the wiki, and it shows us what games are available. We've got Marble Madness, Peter Packrat, Roadrunner, Indiana Jones, and the Temple of Doom, RoadBlasters, and there was a prototype called Relief Pitcher. Okay, so, and then when we head over to what Alex says about this, work in progress. So Indiana Jones, playable without any visual issues, but sounds sometimes are cut off prematurely. Peter Packrat, playable, no obvious issues. Marble Madness, playable with joystick as trackpad control. Roadrunner, playable but sprites sometimes disappear, beep beep or meep meep. RoadBlasters, playable but has some small video issues. So let's have a look at each one of the games. Now, I never played these games in the arcade. The first game we're looking at here is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I played this on the Atari ST. I have a lot of nostalgia for this because when I used to go to my uncle's house every Sunday, he was the only one of the older generation that was into games. He was like, wasn't the oldest of my uncle, but he was younger than a lot of them. And he used to let me play his Atari ST, and I used to play and love this game on there. And I'm kind of so glad I've got this on here. It's kind of tough. Like when you're doing this part here, you've got to guess the right rails. But this is a fantastic game to check out. Now, if you do want to check out, you can add this to your MiSTer manually. I've got different tutorials that help. You can follow the same procedure. If you watch my recent Turtles tutorial, how to get the work in progress Turtles core working, well, you can get this working. But anyway, this is Indiana Jones. Let's have a look at the next game. Guys, the next game we are looking at is Marble Madness. Don't let its simplicity and the simple looks fool you. This is a brilliant game. If you ever played Super Monkey Ball on the GameCube, well, this is Monkey Ball's granddad, and honestly I definitely mean that. Now, this game, a lot of the Atari games, they weren't arcade games for me. I always remember this as a NES game. Now, I'm playing this really badly because if you know this game, you can go through the tracks a lot faster, and this is a fantastic game. I remember, well, if you're from the UK, if you remember a magazine called Mean Machines, this was like Game of the Month on there. For the NES, it was highly rated. If I remember the review score, it was like in the 90s, and honestly you can see why. When you play it, it looks like a simple maze. You've got the black marble there trying to push you off. As you crack down there, a brush comes to pick you up. Then you've got those little alien kind of things down there trying to consume you. Honestly, this game is so much fun, and the trackball controls are now on a joystick and they play really well. Like, this is me playing here, and I'm like, the mistakes I'm making, it's because I'm bad at games, not because the controls are bad. Now, again, I never played this in the arcade. If you played this stuff in the arcade, then hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what the times in the arcade was like, because I always say I'm always interested in your arcade stories. But this for me was a NES game, and it was a fantastic game on the NES, and it's really nice to get this. Now, the little play that I did do of this while filming this video, it played flawlessly. I didn't find any issues with it, and I had a lot of fun with it. And this is a game you should check out. Now, you can be patient and wait for update tool. If you want to get it running, you can add all this stuff manually, add the ROMs manually, and get it running. You can have this on your stable version of MiSTer. You don't need to have an unstable version of MiSTer. And you know, if this is something you played and you can't wait for it, then this might be something you want to check out. The next game we are having a look at is a game called Peter Packrat. Now, I know nothing of this game apart from me trying out here. I'm pretty sure this was playable when the last kind of update was done, but I was more interested in Indiana Jones. But now that I'm going through the games, I'm checking this out. Now, this is something I know really not much about, but I remember these kind of games, but these were kind of reminiscent for like the old Atari kind of consoles. The graphics are a little bit beefier, so probably closer to the ST. I don't know if you heard like a little crackling there. So obviously, like, there are issues with this, like Alex has reported, and some of it is that crackling sound. But I liked games like this. Like, there was a time where these were the games that we had. When you had your home computers, you had games like this. This is obviously an arcade game, and you really enjoy it, and you thoroughly enjoyed them. You played them, you had a blast. It's just, I have nothing for this game. I never played this growing up. I don't know much about it, and playing it now, it's not something I'm going to play. But again, this could mean something to you if you played it in the arcade. Not sure if there was like a home release of it, and if there was a home release of it, let me know in the comments, and if that's something you played on a home computer or console. But yeah, but this is Peter Packrat. The next game we're looking at is RoadBlasters, and guys, like, Again, this is a game I never played in the arcade. I didn't even know these games were out in the arcade. I guess I would have been young when these were in the arcade. When I started going to the arcade, I'm saying arcade a lot, games had progressed somewhat. But this was a C64 game for me. I remember having this on the C64 and playing it. And this was, I don't know if this was heavily advertised or if this was just pushed everywhere. You could buy this from like your local kind of corner shop, or as you guys may call it, your convenience store or your 7-Eleven or whatever, and it was cheap. I remember this game. I remember playing this on the C64 and I remember liking it, but this was out for like the Spectrum, the Amstrad, and I'm pretty sure for like the Amiga and the Atari ST as well. Now I'm playing it over here. The controls are quite difficult. We're used to like modern racing games where when you turn left or right, your car kind of straightens without you thinking too much about it. In this one, your car still you need to turn back in the correct direction, kind of correct yourself. I have played some games like that and I can see straight away, looking at the arcade game, the graphics are beefier than what I remember on the C64. And as you progress through the game a little bit, I remember it and I was waiting for it. When is it going to come in? You get like this airship going on top of you and bringing you a weapon, which here it is. It drops it to you. Now, I got blown up before I was able to use it, but I remember this being the highlight of playing this game. And then you've got turrets on the side shooting you. So not only is it just a racing game, it's almost like a little bit of a car combat game. I'm kind of interested in playing this, but I'm having a difficult time with the controls. I kind of got better as I went along, but initially you are going to find it difficult. Do let me know your thoughts about this, and if you played RoadBlasters, what system did you play it on? I'm very, very interested in that because I remember this game being everywhere. Like, this was everywhere. It was advertised in magazines, it was in the shops, and if you told your parents, can you go out and buy me a game, this is probably one of the games they would have turned up with. The final game we're having a look at is Roadrunner. Now, I've got some vague memories of this. I think I remember my cousin was playing this, and it might have been on the Atari 800, and they always spoke to me about the game. There was this game, and there was a game called Alley Cat, I think they always used to mention. Now, I never played this game, and honestly, when I tried it out, I was kind of excited. I liked the colors, I liked the way it looks, and guys, who doesn't like Roadrunner? As you can see, there's graphical glitches there. Roadrunner is going invisible, and that's not because he's trying to get away from Wile E. Coyote. It's because this is still a work in progress core, and the graphical glitches, like stated by Alex, makes Roadrunner disappear. But this feels kind of alright. I think, like, as a nostalgia kick, I will enjoy playing this. It's just a shame I can't see everything Wile E. Coyote is doing. And as you kind of progress a bit, or as I was playing this, like, other artifacts were showing up. So I was getting like vehicles coming on the road, and then like Wile E. Coyote does stuff like, here you go, he jumps on like, do you remember the rocket roller skates he used to have? Well, he kind of has them over here. Now I'm trying to get all the seeds, because if you missed 5 seeds, it's game over. And this is very, very true to the cartoon. It looks really, really good. I like the sprites, I like how it looks. But guys, that's really it for this. I really hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, then a like and a subscription is super appreciated. So this was the Atari System 1 being worked on by Alex. I'm pretty sure this will get like a full release soon, because it's been out for a while and it received the major update a few days ago. So hopefully you guys will get it via update tool. If this is something you want to check out, or you really want to play some of the games on here, then you can add it manually. I'll leave a link to Alex's GitHub where you can grab these files for yourself to put onto your MiSTer manually. If you need a hand doing that, then give me a shout in the comments and I'll link you a video that will kind of show you how to do it. You just need to apply what you're seeing in that video to this particular core, or this particular set of games. Anyway guys, that's it from me. Hope you have a good day, a good evening, wherever you are. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.